Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up a turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome live here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. I'm all by my lonesome, and Jack's down there pushing the controls. Phil taking the night off to watch fake wrestling. But I'm up here in the booth here, USA International Speedway, Junk Fabrications, DWRL, a Wednesday night street fights, and 10 cars here with us this evening. Practice now winding down. Going to go right into heat racing action here in just a moment. We'll see how many heat races we're going to actually have here. And it should be, I'm almost guaranteeing you maybe one heat race here. We're going to check and see. Now we got 11 cars here, so it might be broken up into 2 heat races. No, whole 1 heat race. So we're going to go 1 heat race and then go right into the feature. This will decide your starting position here. Heat race number 1 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 88 machine. That is Kevin Prettyman. And his days are part of the outside, driving the 319. That is, or 69, excuse me. That is David Brewer. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot. That's the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. And Mitchell Enos aboard the 097 latecomer here tonight. Going to start outside row number 2 in the fourth spot. William Hargraves aboard the 071 machine, going to roll off 5th. And Eric Eichstead, the Voodoo Child. And that number 12 machine going to roll off in 6th. Should be in the 12 machine, not in the right car here. So 61 of Josh Peacock going to roll off in position number 7. 8th starter will be the Hammer Henry Jones aboard the number 25 machine. And next row back will be the number 10 of racing Jason Salter. Jim Revis rolls off on the outside there in car number 21 in the 10th spot. And Alex Brewer, shotgun on the field, last week's winner. Going to start shotgun, see if he can do it here to make it 3 in a row for that number 1 machine. Freeman also going to the rear in the number 88 machine. I'm not used to seeing Eric Eichstead in a different car. It looks like Clark on the side of that machine. Must be a borrowed ride here tonight. The 12 probably going down. All right, so they painted one together. So the 19 on the side of the car must be the number that his son picked. With the I Would Venture. I'll have to find out here. Maybe somebody let us know here in the chat of the significance behind the number 19 that Eric Eichstead is driving here. I'd like to get the story behind that. And now it is going to be the 11 on the pole. That is Kyle Moore. Outside him is the 69 of David Brewer. Then you have the 71 machine of William Hargraves. The number 19 machine of Eric Eichstead. Then you have Josh Peacock, the Hammer Henry Jones, the 10 of Jason Salter, Josh Salter, yep. Jason Salter, the 21 of Jim Revis. And you have the 1 of Alex Brewer, and then the 097 Machinos, and the 88 on the tail there, Kevin Prettyman. We are stacked and packed. Green flag going to come out over the first and only heat race of the evening in the Wednesday Night Street Fights, brought to you in part by Junk Fabrications, and these guys should put on a whale of a show. 10 of the best street stock open setup racers here that iRacing has to offer. That number 11 of Kyle Moyer out to the early advantage, just over the 69 of David Brewer, William Hargraves. That 71 machine looks to the inside. That's the 71H. That slick looking paint scheme for the 71. Now diving it down to the bottom of the Speedway. Makes a little bit of a misjudgment call there. Now allows Peacock into the fight. And that number 61, the Full Velocity Racing Network. Number 61 machine, JP Designs on the side of that, and also J Max Journey at number 61 on the high side, trying to get around William Hargraves here early. Racing Jason Salter in that number 10 machine, rolling off right now in the 5th spot. He's just rolling around the Speedway, looking for a way around as he's watching a great side-by-side battle right there directly in front of him in the 3rd and 4th spot. So we'll see what's going to happen. And then number 19 of Eric Eichstead in the 6th position. Got to say a big hello to C-Mac out there. Cody McKnight joining us here. The only guy to light up the chat box. If anybody else is out there watching, make sure you let us know in the chat box. As we keep going down there, as we're looking at some different things that are going on here, watching a great battle there between the 61 of Peacock and the number 71 of William Hargraves. Hargraves now diving back to the bottom of the Speedway again, trying to get back around. Josh Peacock, remember, this is only a heat race, folks, so things should get rather interesting here. Come feature racing time as Kyle Moyer just driving away right now. And with David Brewer right there on his heels. The rest of the cars about 10 car lengths back there fighting it out, duking it out for a 3rd on back, and even the number 19 of Eric Eichstead into the fray. Eric looking down to the inside of the Racing Jason number 10 machine as he's holding on right now to the 4th spot on the Speedway, or 5th spot on the Speedway. So Eric Eichstead trying to make his way in to the top 5 here in heat race number 1. A good evening to Adrenaline Rush Racing League out there. Say good evening, another great night of racing. I have to agree with you, 200 stars. Thank you for the 200 star donations out there. keep those stars coming. And if you like what you hear on the Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you hit us up with stars. Even become a supporter with the Full Velocity Racing Network. Hey, that's a fantastic thing. And if you have some extra money too, we're helping out on the local dirt track here that can only have. Was announced that they can have fans. The only track in New York that cannot have fans as of right now is Afton Motorsports Park. For some reason, the county decided that they couldn't have fans, so we got a nice fundraiser going on out there to help cover the purse for this Friday night's racing action. So make sure you go right there on the Facebook. I'll share it a little bit later. Any little bit of a donation will help cover some of the purses. He's got some huge purses out there now. They just denied his fireworks permit for Friday too. No fireworks allowed at the Speedway. Just another thing to really tick somebody off. But as we're here on the final lap, number 11 of Kyle Moyer dives it off down into turns number 3 and off of turn number 4, the long sweeping turn of number 4. USA International Speedway, Junk Fabrications. Wednesday night street fights. Going to be 11 of Kyle Moyer here in heat race 1 and only. David Brewer, Josh Peacock, William Hargraves, and Jason Salter round out your top 5. So that should move us right on in here into a minute warm-up session. I'll take a brief pause, get a swig of my soda, and get ready for a 60-lap Amen, I believe is what it's going to be. Yep, Tyson Pankow, 300 stars. If I had a drum, we'll just do that. How's that, Tyson?
Thanks, Tyson.
Thank you. We appreciate it out there. 2-week streak, too. Keep that streak going there, Tyson. Even if it's 10 stars, you can keep that streak going. Just remember that. When times get rough, you can donate 10 stars. Just to keep that streak going. And we're back here. Yeah, hard for a poor white guy. Yeah, I completely understand. I echo that sentiment there, Tyson. As we're getting ready here for the main event here of the Junk Fabrications Wednesday night street fights. It'd be good to see you back out here racing, Tyson. One of these times we'll see you back racing here with the Wednesday night street fights. But our lineup getting ready to go away like this. The 3 racing starting lineup. Starting on the pole, driving the 111 machine. That'll be Kyle Moore, our heat race winner, obviously. Outside of him will be David Brewer, and then number 69. Inside row number 2, that'll be Josh Peacock in the number 61, and William Hargraves aboard the 71H, rolling off position number 4. Fifth starter sees Racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10 machine, and the Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstad, aboard car number 19, rolling off position number 6. Seventh starter sees Alex Brewer aboard car number 1, and the Hammer Henry Jones, rolling off position number 8. Ninth starter sees the evil one himself, the number 21 of Jim Revis and Kevin Prettyman, rolling off position number 10. Shotgun on the field will be Mitchell Enos aboard the number 97 machine, or the 097, I should say. Shotgun on the field here. 11 cars are called for. All 11 cars out there on the Speedway. And again, big thank you to Junk Fabrications for the sponsorship here. Only going to be 50 laps will be the distance here. Not 60, 50 laps will be the distance here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and street stock racing action at its finest. Open setups and invite only. Unfortunately, those who are looking to try to get into this series, I know they're going to run some different races to try to get in there. But there's a lot of guys that actually fought their way in when we had the Sunday night shootout series here by DWRL. Fought their way in to get into the Wednesday night street fights, so it's good seeing those guys that have made it over here. It's sad to see the shootout go, but Sunday's getting busy there in the summertime, and car counts are down. Obviously, car counts down all across the iRacing community, unless, of course, it rains out or something to that effect. Like I said, Team Har Motorsports, our official yellow flag sponsor. Don't forget, folks, we're going to have Ty B TV here on here once in a while. Ty B TV. Tyler Blankenship. We're going to Skype into him one night, talk to him. He's an official streamer of Full Velocity Racing Network, Ty BTV, and we'll make sure we get some awesome interviews from him. He's got a cool setup over there. I'd like to show you guys the setup, the fans out there. But Ty BTV, hey, he announces Full Velocity all the time. We're going to announce Ty BTV, and man, just go over there. He's either in the trucks or something, doing something. It might not be racing related, but some of the cool things that he does over there is fantastic. So we're getting ready to go. Green flag racing up turn number 4. iRacing I flag. Green flag's out. The number 11 of Kyle Moyer leading the charge down off into turn number 1. Number 69 gets sideways. We're going to stack them up there, and around goes Moyer too, and a knot. Tough break for Kyle Moyer too. I didn't see any contact there. Oh yeah, there was contact, and took out first and second. Hargraves getting through. That one, it should put Hargraves, I do believe, to the race lead in that 71H machine. We'll see where iRacing scoring and timing sets that number 71H, but tough break for the drivers involved in that. What a stack up over there in turns 1 and 2. Danny out there, Danny Holman out there going for Hargraves for the win. That's a pretty solid pick. I'm going to tell you that. Pretty solid. I do believe that could be a solid pick now, considering the guys that won the heat races now are going to have to be mired towards the back of the pack. And Hargraves was pretty fast there in the heat race. Had a good battle going on. We'll see what they're going to do here. Not sure. David Brewer getting able to go back up front. A little confused by that. Salter pulling in there in the number 10 machine. Not sure why Salter going back. And Moyer is also in the pits. So we're sitting here, find out what's going on, and it looks like they're really racing there, but I'm not sure what's going on. They're racing just to try to get the laps in, so we can go back to green flag racing. I'm not 100% positive. Glitch? I think they're at full speed. Guess the pace truck was going pretty fast. So they're going to put David Brewer back to the lead after contact with 11 of Kyle Moyer. That's where iRacing scoring and time is going to put him. I'm not sure why, but definitely allowed him to be there. I believe he lost that position to the 71 of Hargraves. But they're going to put David Brewer to the pole again. See what happens with that one. Definitely right. Definitely right. Getting out there. Some guys don't know where the brake pedal is. Because sometimes they got to be explained. They really do. The Delaware double file restart going to be the way of the land here at the USA Internet Speedway. Not even one lap complete. It says 1 of 50. So we're going to get one lap. Obviously, wasn't quite completed there, but it's going to be David Brewer, which is questionable by the iRacing officials. Want to know what kind of drugs they are on here tonight. But 71 of Hargraves to the outside there. We're going to get green flag racing. It's going to be double file now. So double file here. So green flag going to come out of turn and number 4. Number 69 David Brewer leading the charge down to turn number 1. Hargraves to the outside in that number 71 machine. 19 of Eric Eichstadt right there. Look at Alex Brewer come up through the middle there. Alex doing a fantastic job with that number 1 machine. He split the difference. He's now battling for that 3rd spot, but David Brewer had a little mess up there in the corner. Going to drop back to the 2nd spot in the number 69 machine. But that number 71 and now leading the way, that is William Hargraves in that 71H machine. The 69 running in a 2nd. The one of Alex Brewer now about to that 3rd spot. And you have the number 19 right now running in a 4th. And that is Eric Eichstadt in that number 19 machine. Nice looking, slick looking ride for the 19. Jim Revis up to the 5th spot. Then you got Kevin Prettyman right now currently running 6th, and then Jason Salter running 7th. And car number 10 had to have some repairs on the pit side, had to go down pit road. Currently running back into the 7th spot as we complete lap number 450. So we got some laps in this time. It is all so far William Hargraves, but David Brewer starting to come on really strong in the middle portion to the top side of the speedway. And that number 69 machine, he looks to the outside, and he is letting her sail up there into turn number 3. And that number 69 machine, well, Hargraves looks like he's got the forward bite from center on off. Hargraves looks like he's going to lead this time by. It looks like the 69 going to give him a little bit of a bumper check as he now dives it down to the bottom of the speedway. David Brewer, here comes Alex Brewer, 2 in the number 1 machine. Do not count out the voodoo child, Eric Eichstead, who's currently running in that 4th spot, but that number 69 down the back straight away, going to try it back down to the bottom. That is David Brewer, the 71 of Hargraves up top. Good side-by-side battle through turn number 3. Now for turn number 4, sliding up in front of the number 71H. New race leader, the 69 of David Brewer. Brewer held on for a moment there at the start-finish line. Hargraves fought back down to the inside, that 71H machine. The one of Alex Brewer just waiting for one of these guys to make a mistake directly in front of him. We'll see what Alex has to offer here. And Eric Eichstead right there, too. A 4-car battle, even a 5-car battle now. Here comes Jim Revis into the fray in the 71. Almost hits the inside wall. 3 wide for the race lead there momentarily. As the 69 machine able to hold on to the top spot. But Alex Brewer now battling it out side by side for the 2nd spot. Here comes the number 19 of Eric Eichstead into the fray. He's down to the bottom. He's lurking in those shadows as they go down the back straightaway. That number 1 of Alex Brewer down to the inside once again, slamming it in here. Trying to get up in front of Hargraves. He does. Kind of a dirty slider by the 1 of Alex Brewer. He leaves the door wide open for the 19 of Eric Eichstead. Hargraves getting dirtied up just a little bit in the 71H machine. But he is going to have to see if he can gather her back together and maybe fight back for that 2nd spot. But Alex Brewer now moves into 2nd. A little bit of rubbing up here and towards the front of the field. The 21 of now Jim Revis down to the inside of Hargraves. Hargraves dropping like a rock right now through the field as Hargraves was in that 2nd spot, now back to 4th, now trying to fend off for the 5th spot. Number 71 H machine, not sure what's going on. Maybe be a little bit stronger towards the end of this. Here comes Salter into the fray too, but it's almost 3 wide racing for the 3rd spot. Well, you have David Brewer trying to check out on the field here. In car number 69, then you got Alex Brewer running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Eric Eichstead. Now, no, Eric gets up into Hargraves. Hargraves being bounced around like a ping pong ball here this evening. Hargraves back there. Hargraves in more contact being made there. Ooh, Hargraves, just the 71H not having any type of luck so far. Is now a good battle for the 3rd spot again. Here comes Jim Revis down to the inside. Yeah, take the bullseye off that number 71H machine here tonight. We'll see if he can gather it back on and maybe make a run later in this event. But the 21 of Jim Revis now down to the inside of the 19 of Eric Eichstead. That's a battle for the 3rd spot. Brewer, Eichstead, your top 3 right now. The 19 of Eric Eichstead holding on to the 3rd spot by the skin of his teeth. Is that number 21? Jim Revis now dives her back down to the inside. He's catfishing it down to the bottom, lets her slide up in the corner. Doesn't get that bite that he wants, and you can see the rear end step out just a tad bit. That loses the momentum off the corner for that number 21 of Jim Revis. So Eichstead going to be able to hold on to the 3rd spot. Hargraves now fighting back down to the inside. He's in a battle again, this time for the 6th spot. As Salter right now moves into 5th, so Hargraves back to 6th in that 71H. So racing Jason Salter methodically working his way up through after a pit stop on pit road under yellow flag conditions and a little bit of damage to the number 10 machine. He is currently running in that 5th spot, trying to get around the 21 of Jim Revis. Revis right now holding it down in the 4th spot. 3rd is Eric Eichstead. Need to go back up. The Brewers battling it out now for the race lead. David Brewer has it, and that number 69 machine, Alex Brewer, wants it. He moves it up to the top side, up next to that cushion. That number 1 machine. Look at the power maneuver from that number 1 of Alex Brewer off a turn. A number 4 drag race to the start finish line. New race leader, the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Now the 69 falls back to that 2nd spot as Brewer put on a whale of a show As they do that, though, Eric Eichsted's starting to catch him, still battling it out for 4th and 5th is Revis and Salter. Salter speak to the inside a couple different times, trying to play a little bit of dipsy doodle there with the number 21 of Jim Revis, with the 10 of Salter. Just cannot get the forward bite off the corner. Revis able to hold on to the 4th spot. Dipsy doodle. Playing a little bit of dipsy doodle. We'll look it up later, Jack.
Must be a New York thing.
It might be. It might be. Alex Brewer right now, your race leader here on lap 16 of 50. David Brewer running in that 2nd spot. Eric Dyksted running 3rd. Jim Revis running in 4th. 5th is Jason Salter. William Hargraves running in the 6th spot. He's dropped back through the field. Unfortunately, for the 71H machine, maybe damage to that machine. We don't know. 88 of Kevin Prettyman running in 7th. 8th is Josh Peacock. Peacock not able to make any headway. Mitchell Enos in that 097 running in 9th. 10th is Kyle Moyer. And Henry Jones rounds out your field right now in that number 25 machine. Waiting to see what happens here. Oh, Eric Geisted gets in a little hot there. And that number 19 machine almost gets up into the left rear quarter panel of that number 79 or 69 machine, excuse me. Does the 19 of Eric Geisted. Eric has really gone a mission here tonight. And a different car, different paint scheme, different number, all the whole 9 yards there for Eric Geisted. So a good solid run for the 19. The Dipsy Doodle. And Danny out there talking about waiting until the track gets slick. You'll start seeing maybe Hargraves make his way up through. Yeah, we'll see what happens here with 11 cars out there. Track is starting to take some rubber. You can see it already. And one of Alex Brewer right now, your race leader. David Brewer running 2nd. 3rd is Eric Geisted. Jim Revis running in the 4th spot. Jason Salter running 5th. Now he peeks to the outside. As you can see, the right rear tire and the left rear tire, the 21 kind of light up coming off the corner. You can watch the rear end just pick up. And he's not getting the traction he wants to in that number 21 machine. The 10 of Salter now going to move into the 4th spot around the outside. And Hargraves looks like he's going to try the same thing here. Try to make his way back up through. Is it starting to slicken off just a tad bit? The 71H machine right there knocking on the door to try to make himself inside the top 5 once again. As he looks down to the bottom of Jim Revis. Revis right now able to slam the door shut. They come down that back straightaway. So Brewer, David Brewer. So you got Alex Brewer, David Brewer, and Eric Geisted, your top 3. No real battling going on there. Jason Salter running in as the 4th spot. 5th is the number 21 machine of Jim Revis. 6th is a William Hargraves. So we'll see. And we're going to stick right here with this battle. We can see Josh Peacock even into the fray here, into the mixture of these cars, as the number 10 of Salter makes a little bit of a mistake as he enters the back straightaway down into turn number 3, almost tapping that wall, had to back out of it there, allowed Revis to get right to his rear bumper. And the number 21 machine is there, 71 right there too. So those guys are pretty close together. See if Hargrave is going to make another challenge for it here. Not quite halfway home, but he's going to dive it in deep into turns 1 and 2. On the bottom of the speedway is Hargraves, but Hargraves not able to get the traction, the gumption off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. It is still Salter leading this little pack here from 4th on back. So we'll see if these guys are going to be able to catch the race leaders. It looks like they're starting to do so, as a 3-car battle is going to turn into a 8-car battle here in just a little bit, I would think, because we're almost halfway home here at the USA International Speedway Junk Fabrications Wednesday night street fights. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network. And make sure you go out and thank Junk Fabrications for sponsoring this event, getting it live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also want to thank guys for star donations here so far. Tyson Pangao and Adrenaline Rush Racing League. Thank you for your star donations. Like to see some more star donations come on out there. If you got the time, do some star donations, or even for that matter, go ahead and become a subscriber to our channel and be a supporter, I should say. Be a supporter of the channel, as right now we're trying to make our way to 25 supporters, and we'll start releasing some new content for everyone to see. behind the scenes with Full Velocity Racing Network are rated. It could be a number of things. We're going to give away some T-shirts, maybe even a hoodie for those who want one, maybe a hat if we can find some hats. We're going to give away some of that stuff if we can find some supporters to support us and make it up to that 25 threshold there. So subscribers, supporters, whatever you want to call them. Right now we're sitting at 3, so we need 22 more, guys. $4.99 a month. That's all you got to do for supporting. Some of you guys spend that in stars, so we appreciate whatever you guys can do here for the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also, hashtag Team Afton out there as we're supporting the Afton Motorsports Park here at Full Velocity Racing Network. We gave some money towards a purse, towards the Great Sportsman purse to make it $800 to the winner. And they were supposed to schedule to have fans in Shenango County. It would not allow it here. So Shenango County not allowing fans. Every other county in New York State allowing fans to race the track during this injunction there that they had a federal judge actually say that he couldn't make up different things. So Shenango County not allowing the fans, so they're allowing the racing. Racing will go on, but the purses are pretty heavy. And it would be nice to have anybody who can help out after Motorsports Park. Make sure I get your name out there to mention, and we appreciate anything you guys can do, anything you guys can donate to that cause. Is like I said, the purses. He wanted to go racing. Everybody wanted to go racing. So we'll see what's going to happen here on Friday night. We'll have a great show, I do believe, and I think we're gonna have a ton of cars. Just got to make sure we have some help here at the Afton Motorsports Park, as we're still racing here, obviously, and on the USA International Speedway, and nothing's really changed since I went into my rant there. It's Alex Brewer, David Brewer, Eric Eichstead, Jason Salter running in the 4th spot, and then Jim Revis running 5th, as Revis now peeking back down to the inside, and Hargraves has slipped back even more there, and car number 71H. So we're going to see what's going to happen here as we're coming up on 20 laps remaining here of the 50-lap feature for the Junk Fabrication Wednesday night street fights. And now Alex Brewer having his hands full there with the 69 and David Brewer, who has caught him. We'll see if David going to be able to do anything in car number 69, as he's now looking down maybe to the inside there. No contact being made there, but they're making a lot of contact to the outside wall over there in 1 and 2. Eric Eichstead now moves down to the bottom of the speedway, gets around the 69 of David Brewer. So those guys kind of lockstepped up into the wall, and Eric Eichstead now moves into second. Like I said, 20 laps remaining. It's Alex Brewer, Eric Eichstead, David Brewer, Jason Salter. Salter now looking down to the inside. He's looking for a podium finish here tonight so he can announce his great sponsors out there. Is the number 10 machine of Salter now moves into the 3rd spot. 69 drop kicks himself back to the 4th spot, maybe even in the clutch of Jim Revis, but David Brewer not going away without a fight, though, is Jason Salter down at the bottom. Momentum up on the top, still some forward bite off the corner for that number 69 machine. But I think Salter's pretty much got that 3rd spot locked up, as it looks like Eric Eichstead starting to reel in the number 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer makes one mistake. Eric Eichsted's going to be right there to pounce. Oh, we're going to wave that one out. Yellow flag going to come out on the field. What you brought out this yellow? It looks like the number 69 of David Brewer. See what happened there. David Brewer into the outside wall and comes back down the track. Unfortunately, collects the 21 machine and Hargraves. As David Brewer trying to pull it off the wall, comes down and collects 2 other cars. The yellow flag going to come out here is we go to the J-Max Journey, J-Max Strong instant replay here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Jack probably showing that already, probably just as quick as I could say it. We'll let you guys take some bother with that. Is Alex Brewer, your race leader here of 19 laps remain here in this 50-lap feature. And welcome back to the Junk Fabrications Wednesday night street fights. Posted the link out there for the Athlete Motorsports Park, as I was just reading one of the local fairs canceled here once again. So no local fairs here in the counties around us, so that's unfortunate here in upstate New York. But again, great cause here to try to help out Athlete Motorsports Park. Posted the link in the chat box here on Facebook. I haven't made my way over to YouTube or anything, but if you're on Facebook, make sure you go over to the chat box, and link is right there. Donate anything you guys can to help that cause out. Definitely would appreciate that. Like I said, a lot of track promoters can handle a lot of that stress in that avenue because they have bigger tracks or whatever. He's just a homeboy from Afton, New York, who is trying to make it right there, and doesn't care if he makes any money. He just wants to make sure the racers are happy, the fans are happy, any given nights, and trying to make that the premier track here of I should say the Shenango County or Southern Tier region. But definitely any help would be appreciated as green flag comes back out on lap 18, and we were already having some contact there up towards the front of the field. And Salter was involved in that for a minute, but no yellow flag coming out, as the contact was very minor, I guess, because they kept it straight. As your race leader now, Alex Brewer. Second is Eric Eichstead. Third is Josh Peacock now in the number 69 machine. As we go 3 wide for the race lead, it's Eric Eichstead right there knocking on the door of Alex Brewer, and here comes Josh Peacock. Peacock with a whale of a run to the outside. He is making a difference here in the 61 machine as Eric Eichstead keeps looking to the bottom here of Alex Brewer. Brewer able to slam the door shut a couple of different times. We'll see what Peacock has to offer here as he's battling it out for the third spot there. With racing Jason Salter, the 88 and Kevin Prettyman, a good run there inside the top 5 now. As now we got a race for the lead. Here comes Eric Eichstead back down to the inside. The one firing back to the outside. Shot out of a cannon down the back straightaway. As you can see how fast the momentum is on the outside. As he carried it into turn number 3 and keeps the lead there in car number 1. As that number 19 is still right there. And here comes Salter down to the extreme inside. And the 61 of Josh Peacock from Bulletproof Motorsports to the outside. 3 wide for the race lead there momentarily. The 10 of Salter just going to get that grip off of corner number 2, and that looks like where everybody's struggling, except for Alex Brewer having a fantastic run off of turn number 2, and he dives it down to turn number 3 here on the high side. Here comes the number 19 once again of Eric Eichstead, trying to do everything he can, not able to do anything as he gets the door slammed once again here on lap 14, or 14 to go, I should say. Yeah, the kitchen sink. He's trying to lighten the load as much as he can. Whatever he saved in there to try to get some extra traction, now throwing it all away. As we were watching good battle going on, and here comes Josh Peacock too. He's knocking on the rear bumper, maybe split the difference here. Peacock to the outside of Eric Eichstead. Now Peacock to position number 2 is Eric Eichstead down to the inside. 3 wide there, almost 4 wide for the race lead. 3 wide for second though, as Peacock with a whale of a run on the outside. And that number 61 machine now moving back to position number 2. Eric Eichstead and Jason Salter not going away without a fight, though. Salter down to the extreme inside in the number 10 machine. Almost touching there the 19, but you can fit a whole paper in between those two guys. Not really rubbing. Able to keep it going, though, straight in the right direction. No contact between those two drivers. 2 different distinct groups. And Salter way down to the bottom, just trying to find something different that maybe first, second, and third have not done so far, and Salter has not completed his mission yet. As Eric Eichstead really drove it hard off into turn number 4, got into the side, door checking. The 61 of Josh Peacock. Peacock still running second, didn't really get him up and out of the groove. Is now Eric Eichstead into the outside wall. He's going to lose the 3rd spot and more. He's going to drop all the way back to 6. Tough break for Eric Eichstead, the blue child. Out of the top 5. As it's Alex Brewer, Josh Peacock, Jason Salter. And then you have Kyle Moore and Kevin Prettyman running out your top 5. We got 10 to go here at the line. 10 laps remain for Alex Brewer. Can he hold on for 10 more? Circuits around the USA International Speedway. With the 61 of Josh Peacock right there on his heels here, about 2 car lengths back, 2.5 car lengths back. There with that number 61 machine, the number 1 of Alex Brewer, still your race leader. As Alex Brewer Holding on to the top spot, the 61 of Josh Peacock running in second. Third is Jason Salter. Fourth, Kevin Prettyman. Kyle Moyer now, after incident during the first part of this race, now moving up to the fifth spot, now battling it out for the fourth spot. The 11 and 88 go at it. See if the 88 of Kevin Prettyman going to be able to hold on over Kyle Moyer. Moyer now drop kicks himself back to the fifth spot there, trying to go at it for the fourth spot. So we'll see how this is all going to unfold. Salter down to the extreme inside there, trying to battle out with Josh Peacock. Nobody's so far had anything for Alex Brewer. They've been able to pull up right behind him, and then all of a sudden they run out of petrol. They run out of tire. I don't know what they're running out of here once they get behind that number one of Alex Brewer. Yeah, we'll call it talent. Talent's not there right now. Fans pretty quiet out there. Is waiting for some of them to interact. Haven't heard a lot from anybody. Tyson Pankow out there, Danny, you guys have done a fantastic job so far. Keeping the chat box a little bit lively here tonight. I'd like to see it more lively than what it is. I seen Ed Hartman out there too, there for a moment. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got 5 laps to go here. Coming up on 5 laps to go, I should say. A handful of laps. And now the 61 of Peacock really battling out with Salter there. For the second spot, Alex Brewer has pretty much so far had it covered. 28.131 last time by. Josh Peacock now down to the extreme inside. Last time by was a 28.155. So this time by, with 5 laps remaining, Josh Peacock was indeed faster. 28.030 to Alex Brewer's 28.048. Salter, the same identical lap time as Josh Peacock with a 28.030. So indeed faster, and guess who's even faster? The number 11 of Kyle Moyer, 27.948. A different area code for the 11 of Kyle Moyer, but he's got a long way to go here with no yellow flags coming out so far. He's going to have to really throw it in. Kyle Moyer right there. He is indeed fast there. 3 wide for second. Trying to pull off the twofer move there. Kyle Moyer down to the inside, knocking on the door there, the third spot. Number 10 of racing, Jason Salter. So 3 laps to go, and man, Kyle Moyer, where did he come from? In car number 11, Salter now down, protecting the bottom. But that's where Moyer is lightning quick there. And then number 11 machine, as he's made his way up through the field. Salter dives her back down to the bottom. He knows where Kyle Moyer wants to be. He's taking that line from him as he's now up alongside the 61 of Peacock. Peacock able to hold on to the second spot. The 11 of Moyer trying everything he can maybe to get a podium finish out of this one. As now Salter dives her in really hard and really deep. Messes it up. You can see him almost drive the corner. So he makes the 11 also messed up of Kyle Moyer. With that 61 of Josh Peacock as we see popsicle sticks up in the air. Salter down to the extreme bottom in the 10 machine. And now here comes the 11 of Kyle Moyer. Moyer trying to get down to the inside. Cannot show him a fender. Salter slams the door shut on that number 11. Here comes Peacock down to the inside. Side by side battle there with Alex Brewer. As they come off of turn number 4, we're going to see the white flag. One more trip around the USA International Speedway Junk Fabrication Wednesday night street fights live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. If you got anything, you got to throw it now. Here comes the 10 of Salter, a haymaker through 1 and 2. Salter trying to do everything he can. Peacock trying to get the momentum as Salter blocking the bottom, maybe even the slider. Here comes the 61. He's going to go to the outside. Slider going to be blocked here by the number 10 of Jason Salter. As Salter trying to block everything else, is now the number 1 of Alex Brewer going to take down the victory by a slim margin over the 61 of Josh Peacock. Salter going to finish up 3rd. Kyle Moyer for 4. Kevin Prettyman, Eric Eichstead, Jim Revis, William Hargraves, Henry Jones, David Brewer, and Mitchell Enos round out your 11 cars. Big thank you to Junk Fabrications for Wednesday night street fights. I'll take a brief pause for the calls here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Make way away on over to Discord, and here we are, our top 3 drivers here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Fireworks in the background. All right, and welcome back to Full Velocity Racing Network. We moved our way on down to BladeNote.com, Victory Lane. We'll take an interview here. I believe we're going to catch up first with tonight's third place finisher. That'll be driver of the car, number 10. That will be racing Jason Salter, bringing home a nice, solid podium finish here tonight in that number 10 machine. Jason, what a fantastic showing for you there, buddy. Able to make your way on back up through. You had a pit stop early. What was going on with that one there, Jason? Did you get some damage in that first initial wreck?
Yeah, that first wreck got a little bit of damage. The rear end was all jacked up and was crab walking. So I figured, well, beginning of the race, might as well go ahead and pit it and fix it and see what we can do with it.
Indeed helped you there. You think you could have finished third with that catwalk and rear end?
I knew. down.
I definitely would ask you because sometimes some weird rear ends can do some funky things that make you even faster at some of these tracks.
It's had it happen at Knoxville before where it was kind of knocked out of whack and it was faster. But with that being that early, I wasn't going to trust it. I figured the car would be good towards the end no matter what.
It definitely was fantastic. You had a good battle there going with Kyle Moyer towards the end. When I tell you what, Moyer was giving you everything you could handle there on the last 3 or 4 laps, and you were able to keep him at bay down there, Jason. He was really fast on the bottom. You must have noticed that's where he was coming from.
I've run the bottom here every time we come here. This is one of my favorite tracks in service, and if we're here, you can pretty much find me down there. But it just cars didn't seem to have the go coming out the corner like it usually does here.
Now, we were talking about the grip that was coming off the bottom tonight versus some of the other times we were, Jason. And it just doesn't look like the grip, not even just your car. There was a lot of cars that were working the bottom there, and it just seemed like the right rear tire, the left rear tire, whatever you want to call them, the rear tires, I should say, were lighting up off that car.
Yeah, the last 2 races when we were in Williams Grove and here, normally I can get around the bottom pretty good, but man, they haven't really been there. I could keep up, but there wasn't no way I was going to catch a good run unless they really messed up.
Good job on your third place finish here tonight. But before I let you go, I do this each and every time here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. No matter what your sponsor is, Jason, you can say it here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Take it away. The floor is all yours.
Well, I'd like to thank Full Velocity Racing Network, first off. DWR for letting us come over here and race. Go Graphics, changed the name from Trash Panda Graphics to Go Graphics now. X91 Motorsports, and all the people out there watching.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up here the third place finish here in car number 10, racing Jason Salter. And you can catch him racing here every once in a while here. And man, just take a look. I mean, it's fun to watch Jason race no matter where he's at.
As long as I get to race.
Yeah, you're right. As long as Gomer isn't messing with you.
That's it. Thank you, guys.
Racing Jason Salter. Picking up that third spot, we'll move him to wherever channel he can be moved to here. I'll just move him to AFK. He's not really AFK, but we'll move him down here. We're going to move down on tonight's second place finisher here, driver of the 61, who had some pretty good runs and pretty good shots there at Alex Brewer. But Salter was kind of down there in the way to make it so you couldn't pull that slider like maybe I would have thought you would have there, Josh. But you were able to get to the outside, just not enough. I think a couple more laps you would have had Alex Brewer. Was that the case?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I could catch a run on him, but yeah, he was very consistent on top. I think he only bobbled once, but I was already committed going in behind him, so it made me bobble too. So I mean, I didn't really gain nothing off of it. Yeah, I could catch a run here and there, but he is fast on the top tonight.
Really fast. We were talking about the bottom, and Jason normally a bottom feeder down here, and he was saying it was awful. It was an awful struggle for him to try to get anything down there. Finishing third towards the end of it, he said there was really nothing there. Did you have the same kind of outlook for that bottom of the speedway?
I feel like if the race was about 20 laps longer, we could have been able to make something work down there. But just with the lack of cars out, usually when we come here on like the Sunday night shootout or before, we have 18 plus cars. It wears that top end a whole lot quicker to where you can really move around, run top or bottom. But yeah, it's about just said. I don't think there was enough laps for cars to really wear the top all the way in to where the bottom will become a viable factor. You could catch a run every now and again, but it's like one of the things you had to hit it perfect and hold your mouth just right to get the drive out of the corner.
But you did come from deep in the field too, Josh. Didn't have a really good heat race, and normally that seems to be the way for you. If you don't have a very good heat race, or even a qualifying effort. It seems like that's you're mired towards the back, but you find a way up to the front. And it just seems like you're there at the end of these ones. Is that the way the setup is, particularly, or just your better races and qualifier?
Man, I think I'm just behind. I actually had a pretty good heat race. Finished third in the heat. They put me starting third, but I got involved in that first lap caution. It put me to the rear. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think I have issues for chasing the racetrack as far as how when it develops and as it moves up. I don't think I moved up in time and put me a little bit behind.
All right, Josh, before I let you go, I'll give you that microphone. You can thank all your sponsors here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and not be ashamed of it, but we'll give you that microphone and thank you. I'd like to thank.
First off, I thank all my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports. Also, I thank Jason and other guys at X91. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Tim Cummings, CCM Custom Graphics and Engraving. I'll give a shout out to J-Max. Check him out on Facebook at Jonathan's Journeys, J-Max Journeys. Also, check him out at jmaxstrong.com. I'll give a shout out to Steve Bigler at Traction by Boosted. If you need any kind of tire solution around the Chicago area, definitely hit them up on Facebook. I'll give a shout out to you guys, FVRN, being on this race car and everything y'all do for me. I'd like to give a shameless plug to JP Designs, putting this badass wrap on the car. And also another shameless plug, we are running an Independence Day sale through July 5th, buy two, get one free of the same design. So if we can do anything for you, definitely move on Facebook and give a shout out to Jim and everybody that put this league together and everybody out there watching.
Yeah, I'll give you a shameless plug too. I got some cars from Josh Peacock. Definitely go check those cars out, man. I was wowed by them. I'm going to wreck them, and an announcer's going to go back on the track. We're going to see what's going to happen there. But, man, I tell you what, I'm pretty proud of those cars, pretty proud of the job you did on those, Josh. And I tell you what, take advantage of that.
Make sure you take pictures of them because when you're done with them, they're going to be junk.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home second here tonight, driver of the Bulletproof Motorsports Full Velocity Racing Network, CCM Custom Designs, number 61. That's Josh Peacock taking down the victory. We'll move on here to tonight's winner here, Alex Brewer, who's been on fire as of late here on Wednesday Night Street Fights, Jump Fabrications Wednesday Night Street Fights. But Alex, another good run for you, able to hold off some pretty hot guys behind you. The 61 of Josh Peacock was coming for you there for a while. You had Eric Eichstead on your back bumper. You had David Brewer right there. I mean, man, you held off some pretty hard charges there, and you were lightning fast here tonight. Tell us about your run.
Oh yeah, I put the gear in to run the top and had the setup for the top, and that's where I was going to stay, and it worked out pretty well for me.
It definitely looked like you had the traction up there with that gearing choice that you had there, Alex. And Josh said he could get a run on you every once in a while. You made only one mistake up there, and that's how you win races. Don't make very many mistakes. And one mistake up there, but Josh said he was already committed behind you. Couldn't really make a move on you, and he just said you were pretty fast. So he didn't think he really had anything for you. But man, that was a good setup up top. Guys are coming on the bottom, but it just didn't seem like you hit it nail on the head here tonight with that setup.
Well, yeah, it's one of my favorite tracks, and here in Williams Grove, I use the same setup for both of them, so it works out pretty well.
All right, Alex, before I let you go, you're on a tear here at DWRL, but before I let you go, I'll give you that microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank you tonight live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
I'll thank my wife for letting me race on here, and Team Dirt Warrior Racing League, putting on the races, you guys for broadcasting, Eichstead Wraps, Heartland Harley Davidson, and that's about it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home tonight's win here from the USA International Speedway, driver of the Heartland Harley Davidson #1 machine. That is Alex Brewer taking down an astounding victory here tonight. We'll move him up and out of the way, but Jack down there pushing all the controls here tonight, making everything happen. Got to give a big thank you to him. Phil off, like I said, thank you to Phil taking some time off to, I guess, go watch wrestling, if that's what he wants to call that kind of stuff anymore. But definitely thank you to all the broadcasters that help us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Big thank you to everyone out there watching us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Just remember, hashtag Team Afton. Go ahead and we're doing that donation clause, trying to get some money raised up so he doesn't take as hard of a hit there, getting back to racing action. And if any other track, for that matter, if somebody's struggling, please let us know. Full Velocity Racing Network. We'd like to help your cause. We like to put money back into the online racing community, the racing community in general. We like to help you out when we can, and that's what we pride ourselves on here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you to all of our great sponsors. I tell you what, check out our streamer, our official streamer, Ty BTV, and don't forget to check out our other great sponsors, our Motorsports, iRacing, iFlag, JMax Journey, JMax Strong, Milner Design and Media, JP Designs, also Jason Salter, 3D Racing, TDR Racing, South Texas Speedway, BladeNode.com. I mean, all the great sponsors, and we might have some more sponsors coming here soon. On the Full Velocity Racing Network, hopefully that deal was inked, so hopefully that will be able to come live here and true here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But I'm going to sign out for the evening and wish everybody the best of luck. Happy 4th of July. I know I won't be back online, so happy 4th of July as far as announcing. You guys have a great weekend and celebrate the independence. And, man, I urge you guys. I know New York State's on this drive. No fireworks. Nobody going across the border getting fireworks. Hey, set some fireworks off. Celebrate the 4th of July. Man, everybody deserves it. We've gone through a lot so far. Just keep that up. I mean, celebrate our Independence Day. That's what you got to do. That's all I got to say here tonight on the Full Blast Race Network. Won't get into any more politics. Have a good 4th of July, folks.